Welcome, welcome. I'm Stevie C, and this is my Prince of the Palace series. Get the name right. For Football Manager 26, and hopefully we're all enjoying the new game. I know there's been a little bit of negativity, a little bit of questioning about certain aspects of the game from certain corners of the community who play the game. Me personally, I'm really enjoying it, having a great time. Although not having a successful time would probably be a good way of putting it. But I like the fact that that makes for difficult games. So Crystal Palace is probably never an easy save because they have been doing quite well recent times, and a lot of it has been down to their ability to produce good results against teams who you would expect them to be in the league. And thankfully, we've started doing that now. But the first month that we were here for August, we had a terrible time, and it was only a penalties win against Rosenborg, which put us into the league stage of the Conference League. But we were able to get any green on our schedule at all. Thankfully, September was a little bit better, and we managed a win against Sunderland outright, and a well-deserved 1-0 win. Disappointing in the cup, but we were sort of trying to find the right tactic to work against Everton, which may be of benefit to us in our next game because we play them in the next Premier League match that we play. And finally, we beat West Ham. Jared Bowen gave them the lead before Jeremy Pino, who was, of course, I thought he was a scorer, the winner, but I must have imagined that. I know, I just imagined it. So Jeremy Pino came in with 2 goals to turn the game around and provide us with the victory. And if you look at the goals, they obviously like the threes. 33, 43 and 73 were the goals. But it was a good win in a closely fought game. And then we came against Liverpool, who, to be fair, you've got to expect them to be better than us. So we can't be too disappointed with losing 2-0. It's not the end of the world, is really what I'm saying there. Now, I have noticed a little bit of a bug where I'm trying to show you what we have coming up for the next month. The blooming screen keeps moving. So you'll have to believe me when I say we're playing Fiorentina. It just literally keeps. There's no other way of doing it either. So our next 5 games and they're the ones that we're going to be playing today, are Fiorentina, Everton away, Bournemouth at home, Genk. So that's two Conference League games, 1 home, 1 away, and then Arsenal away at the end of the month. So it looks like we're set for a pretty poor finish, but what comes before is going to be important to us. So let's, without ado, get on with the games. Just in case you wanted to see where we sat in the league, if I can remember where it is. League table. Oh, I forgot. Every time we have a European game, it doesn't show you the Premier League table. So we'll worry about that later. I think we're about 14th place, if I remember correctly. So we're going to play a different formation, I think, for Fiorentina. We are at home, aren't we? So I think we'll go with a 4-2-3-1. It's probably not our best formation for the players we've got, but I think it is really the one that I want to go with today for the European game. So I've just quick picked to check on some like the abilities of everybody and stuff, but I do want to try and get. We signed a player who I do want to try and get a few minutes into, so I'm going to see if he's not already on there. If we could give him a start ahead of Nketiah. It could be a mistake. In fact, usually when I do this kind of thing, it is a mistake. But I'm going to give Dennis a run out just to see how he gets on. He's not a bad player at all, but he's just sort of like not quite as to the level of Nketiah and Mateta, but I do want him to have some minutes. So we're going to give him the start here rather than in the Premier League, which is my priority. I want to try and get as high up the league as possible. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So Lerma's looking pretty unfit. He's come back from a long-term injury. And hopefully, if the game doesn't crash, we'll get straight into this. So here we have our home game against UEFA Conference League challengers Fiorentina. And this is a team that we're going to put out. It's Dean Henderson, Manaz, Lacroix, Gehi as the captain, Mitchell, Lerma, Wharton, and then the attacking quartet of Yeremy Pino, Uch, Sarr and Dennis. I must learn how to say his name. Christiantus Uche. Something like that. So we are coming against Moises Keane, who is a name from the past. Both teams have come into this after a spell of poor form. This is therefore an opportunity to step up on your recent struggles. It's a great opportunity. Are you hopeful of that a change of playing styles will result in fortunes for better? I certainly hope so. You seem happy to stick with your current approach despite recent results. I've changed my tactics. What are you on about? I know the quality that we've got, so we're going to rely on them. So Dennis, you get your first opportunity. Go and do me proud. And this is the first in the league stages. And so there's a lot riding on these first couple of games just to set a platform for whether we are likely to progress in this league or not. So an early highlight. Not very often we've had them this season. Dennis picks up the ball, rolls it back to Gehi. Gives it to Wharton, who flicks it to Gehi, who put a lovely little back heel to send the ball to Uchi, who took the shot, and unfortunately it was over the bar. But Pino takes a corner. It's swung in, it's come to the back post where Dennis has picked it up. And he's managed to roll it to Uchi, and somehow, I mean, that was quite a miraculous save by the Fiorentina keeper. And the signs are good early days. We are putting pressure on them. The second corner, he's gone for the short routine, and Dennis slipped as he went to cross it. So that was a bit of a letdown. Gehi, the highlight rolls on. The ball forward, Sarr brings it to Dennis, who looked offside to me, but it's not been given as offside. And that was a really poor miss from Dennis. Should remember his name, really, but you know, he's my signing and everything, so he was at Nottingham Forest. And then they released him, and we've got him in the bag. Another highlight where Dennis once again sends a ball over the bar. He seems to be having a lot of involvement in the game, which is something that we can be pleased with. But Fiorentina are beginning to build an attack, and the highlight finishes. So there wasn't really a highlight there. I'm not sure what that was all about. David De Gea, I just realised we're up against. I mean, he's a goalkeeper that if we could convince him to come and play for Crystal Palace, that would be good. I think Henderson would be a bit annoyed if he came and stole his spot, because that's what he did at Manchester United as well. So one of our centre-backs is on a yellow card. We'll have to keep an eye on that. It's a bit annoying that they don't show you the yellow card on the screen where you see their formations. So Wharton swings in a shot over and across, but it's over the bar and out of the way. 36 minutes gone, it's 0-0. But it's been quite an exciting game, quite a few highlights. So most of them are our way, so we've been doing quite well in that respect. Pino, been absolutely deadly since signing for the club, but gave the ball away there. And the counter-attack is very definitely on here. It's 4 against 3, 5 against 3. But he didn't... Was that Saha? That wasn't Saha, was it? Who we got? No, I don't know who it was. I saw them. One thing I do find with it is when the ball is moving around, I find the names hard to read on the players. So it is a little bit difficult to commentate on sometimes. As Saar brings the ball forward, Dennis, Pino, Saar is through, Saar has missed. How many sitters are we going to miss in this game? So Pino has given the ball away for a second time. One more time and he'll be walking the walk of shame. Let's get that goal before half time. Give us a lead as we go in. Saar cuts in. The tackle, well timed. Great shot by Wharton, but the keeper makes a good save again. David De Gea is keeping Fiorentina in this game. They've been so unlucky. I mean, look at that. 20 shots in the first half. That is an incredible number of shots. I'm happy with the number of shots on target. But I am going to say to the attackers, I'm not happy with the finishing. Because 20 shots and we've not found a goal. So Nketiah is going to come on for Uchi, do we? It won't let me do it from here, so let's go to tactics. Or do we do it? I don't know who to bring on here, to be honest. I feel like somebody's got to come on. I'm going to bring Mateta on for Dennis. Dennis has had a good game, but just can't finish for Toffee. So we'll give Mateta a run out as well. He's sort of been sitting behind Nketiah in terms of getting opportunities to play. So Fiorentina look like they're getting a highlight. It's a throw-in. Bagioli, I think his name was then. Hard to read. Oh, and that's a good effort from Mandagara. And fortunately for us, it went over, but the highlight rolls on, so that may not be the end of this. Henderson out to Mitchell. Mitchell into Wharton. Uchi does not get to that ball, and back will come Fiorentina. Is this going to be one of those games where we completely dominate and somehow get the game stolen from us? Looking that way at the moment. It's still 0-0, but Fiorentina are coming into this game. I mean, the game should be dead and buried with the chances we've had. And look at that again. There's got to be some changes if they don't start sorting these passes out. Pino has already misplaced a few passes. He's got the ball back now. Can he send somebody through? He's going himself. He's going himself, and he's taken the shot. Forced a good save from De Gea. I mean, he is just inspired today. If there's going to be a man of the match at the moment, David De Gea looks like the guy. Look at that, an 8 already. For a goalkeeper, that's exceptional. We are approaching the hour. We've got a couple of guys on yellow card at the back. So we may be looking at making that change. Good passing around. At the back. Gahey to Wharton to Mitchell. Saar is sent down the wing. He pulls it back to Wharton, who takes a shot from distance. Another save from De Gea and another corner for Crystal Palace. I have never seen us dominate a game like this. We cannot fail to win this now. Uchi, Lacroix, Lerma, finds Manaz, finds Pino. Squares the ball to Uchi, comes back to Wharton, who Wharton again has been disallowed. Why? Who was offside? Impossible. I just can't believe that. Why was that disallowed? Ah, no way. No way. What a load of rubbish. Dodgy referees, even on Football Manager. Lopino wins the ball. Running down the wing with it. Uchi, Wharton. Sarr, Pino is not going to get it, but it is a corner. So we'll wait for this corner to be taken. If it's a highlight, no it's not. So we'll pause the game. No we won't, because we've missed it. And Fiorentina bring it forward. Edin Dzeko, is he still going? Dodo. Oof. That Mandragora has had a few going from over the top. Is that how you say his name? Mandragora, something like that. So we need to make some changes here. So first of all, we're going to look at the guys who are on the bench. Sila can come on. Nketiah can come on for Sarr. And who else have we got? Kamada can come on for Uchi, who's had a good game, but we just need something different now. We need somebody who's going to put that ball in the back of the net. So Dean Henderson picks up the ball. Gives it to Sila. Sila to Manoz. Manoz to Pino. To Kamada. Wharton. Finds Nketiah, finds Mateta. Surely a goal. They've given it as offside again. Oh my word. How many times have we got to put this ball in the back of the net and not get anything for it? So the goal has been disallowed again. And we are getting absolutely stuffed here by the officiating. Oh, he was just a little bit offside that time. I'm still not having the other one, the previous one. So De Gea taking a free kick from the offside. The highlight rolls on. They're building quite nicely. Put the ball out wide. Good tackle from Sila. Found Pino. He's got space to run at. He's been dispossessed though from Parisi. Parisi's beginning to get into this game here. Well done, Henderson. So we're putting dynamic mode on now deliberately because we want to see as much of the highlights as we can possibly do for this game for the last 10 minutes with it being on such a knife edge. Mateta's got through again. Is this going to be the one? Oh, he's missed now. What is going on? We have had so many chances and somehow it's still 0-0. And I'm almost resigned to the fact that they will score. And it will be the biggest FM that I've seen on this new game. There it is. There it is. Just knew it would happen. I mean, this is daylight robbery. Absolute daylight robbery. Twice we've had the ball in the back of the net. Twice denied by the referee. Come on, Manaz. We haven't got time to wait. We need to get a goal. Okay, he brings the ball forward. Nketiah. Mitchell. Nketiah has been blocked off. And the counter-attack is on, but Mitchell's won the ball back. Well done, Mitchell. Nketiah keeps it in, I think. Pulls it back to Wharton. You spooner! Wharton hits it over the bar. Absolute disastrous game. Can't believe we're losing it. We have played like absolute world beaters, and somehow we've lost the game. Still 5 minutes, we can turn this round. I mean, initially now it's about getting a draw. Played it out from the back, getting it forward. Nketiah and Kamada. Kamada's lost it, but Wharton wins it back. The ball is played long. Kamada is through. He's crossed the ball. It's not going to reach Mateta, so we have a corner. Corner taken, swung in, and then picked up on the far side, swung back in again. And not the greatest of corners, it's got to be said. Nketiah in the box, though, wins another corner. Looks like the goalkeeper's coming forward, Henderson, but no highlight from the corner. Gahey brings the ball out from the back. Mitchell. We are into the 90th minute, and we are still trailing 1-0. Lerma plays the ball to Pino. Wharton. Nketiah. Nketiah has turned, and not a very good effort from Nketiah. Oh, this is so frustrating. Can't believe it's happened. Exactly how I predicted it when I saw we'd had 20 shots in the first half. Oh, De Gea's given the ball away. This is an opportunity now. The defence was definitely not set. We've been a bit too slow with the build-up. Munya, you got to get the ball in the box, you idiots. Get it in. Oh, they've given it away now. Now Kamada's won it back. Kamada could have been a hero. De Gea has been an absolute pest. This has been a proper FMing. So Parisi brings the ball down the wing. To be fair to him, he's done quite well today as well. So apparently there was an offside. We need to get the ball down the pitch. We have a minute to get ourselves out of this hole that we've managed to dig ourselves in. A slow, patient build-up, which is not what is required at this time. A foul. Come on, stop whining about it. Kick it. Take it. Come on. 25 seconds left. Wharton to Lerma. Pino. And he's giving it away again. What are you doing, Pino? You are dropped for the next game. Officially. As they've gone and absolutely screwed us over. 2-0. What a nightmare of a game. Absolute nightmare of a game. Can't believe it. Goodmanson with it. A nice goal for them. I'm very happy for them. I mean, De Gea's got to be the man of the match there. You can't give Keane the man of the match for one little input in the game. 37 shots. 18 on target, and we failed to score. Well, we did score twice, but both of them were ruled out for offside. So I'm angry, and I've told them that. Absolute. So, not the result you wanted today, Stevie. That's an understatement, isn't it? Has the result prompted any considerations from you altering your Your team has been in poor form recently. We've beaten 2 teams. How is that poor form? I mean, that is just devastating. There we sit on 0 points, and we've had more shots than I bet anybody else in that league. We can't give up on that conference league, but that was a bit of a devastating result, I've got to say. So if we go to the tactics for the next game, because it worked against them in the cup match, it was the only one that worked against them, in fairness. We're going to try this tactic again. It's quite defensive, but hopefully it will get us to a point. If you can see at the defensive side of it, everybody gets back. But we're going to see if we can get ourselves into a better position with that. So we get ourselves to the match day. Next match. "37 shots. Unbelievable." So we've had our first update, and hopefully some of the bugs are starting to disappear now, but obviously we're still coming across other ones. So we've got a task in there. Eligible for professional contract, but he's not good enough for me. So they agree. We're not offering him a professional contract. He can stay if he likes, but he's not gonna be a professional footballer here. So we want a quick pick it, but Pino is getting dropped for this game, even though he's played really well. Kamada can have his place. I wouldn't mind Insigne having a game, actually. So let's drop Sarr as well and give Insigne a start. He's got awesome stats. Hopefully he can play that position, can he? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's fine. So we'll give the 34-year-old an opportunity. So here we go for the Premier League away match against Everton. Dean Henderson, Manaz, Lacroix, Gahey, Mitchell, Uchi playing in midfield, Lerma, Wharton, Kamada, Nketiah, and Insigne. So those attacking three got to be the most important players in this game. Let's hope that we can do a bit better against Everton, who have already knocked us out of one cup. And just looking at some of the players, and Dye's on the bench. I think he scored against us, so he was a bit of a pain. And then other than that, I think we're against pretty much their best side. So we've got to get revenge against Everton. That's the one. Do you feel under pressure for an improvement? Don't be silly. Is it fair to say that your side need to start scoring more goals? It's never a bad thing to score goals. There is apparently very little unity among the Crystal Palace players at the moment, and this seems to be reflected in the team's form. Surely the lack of harmony on the pitch is affecting it. I think there are other reasons for a loss of form, mainly the fact that we can't score for Toffee, which was intimated in your previous question. So off we go in the Premier League, which we need to start turning the results completely our way. This is one game, for me, this is one of the most important games. We do need to take it off dynamic, as we'll be seeing a lot of highlights. And when you've got 5 games to get through, you don't want to be dragging the stream on for hours and hours and hours. So Beto, Alcaraz. And I thought that was going to be another terrible start for us. It is weird not being able to encourage the players once they're out on the pitch. And Bramthwaite has scored. It has become a bit of a disastrous start for us. Oh, I don't know what to do with this team. We are early days, and I don't know how long we will last in this save. I think that if the board is a board that is quick to make decisions, we could find ourselves gone before Christmas. Because we are struggling to piece wins together. This game is definitely not gone, but seeing how other results have gone when we've gone behind, I'm not holding out to... We did come back against West Ham. Oh, come on, he's just stood on the ball. I think I might quit before I get sacked. If they're going to play like they are. Look at this. Being absolutely ripped apart. Tactics are changing already. Got no idea if my players are playing in the right positions now. I think we could swap Insigne and Uchi and Kamada around. So let's have a look at... Oh, we've got a highlight. Let's wait. Insigne's got a free kick from a dangerous position. Swaying his knees, bending his knees as we wait and wait. And he takes it and it's missed. So tactics, let's put Insigne. Oh, we need it on combined. How do you get it on combined? Where are you? Combined. Insigne to there. Uchi to there. Confirm changes. So Nketiah got the ball on the wing. Swings in the cross. Uchi is there, but is crowded out by 5 Everton defenders. He was never going to win that. We needed Mateta in that situation. Wharton makes a tackle, but Alcaraz is able to pick the ball up and continue the attack. Insigne, and they've blown for half time. I couldn't work out what had happened for a second now. I should put my earpiece in so that I can hear the actual game sound. That would make a little bit of a difference, I suppose. So address the team. We've not been good enough again. Getting a bit, sounding like a broken record here. Who's the other striker? Uchi. So, tactics. Let's get Uchi off for Mateta. Manaz, Mitchell. Well, Lerma can play in that position actually, so, but he does look anxious. We don't want you to be anxious, Lerma, so we'll let Hughes come in. So that's already 3 of our substitutions used, and we're in the 45th minute. The long ball forward at the start of the second half. Henderson collects quite easily. Insigne's lost the ball. That's so frustrating. Just watching players who are supposedly worldies at dribbling and they just keep walking into players, losing the ball. So here's Insigne again. Finds Mitchell. Why is Uchi still on the pitch? I've just subbed him off. What is going on? But none of my subs have happened. I made the subs. Why did it not happen? So, who did we take off? It was Lerma, because he was anxious. It was him for Mateta. And confirm changes. Will they actually be made this time? It's saying Mateta is now playing, so that's something at least. But he could have scored by now. At least this time you can take the fact that they've dominated the game and are 1-0 up. The amount of shots we had in the last game, we should have been 3 or 4 up. So, Makalenko running in, and I think LaCroix, he's getting hooked. Where are you? I'm getting frustrated now because Lerma is still on the pitch. 3 times I've subbed him off. I think that this is another game that we've lost, which we've not turned up for. I just can't find a tactic that works against Everton. Or anybody else, for that matter. So we have a highlight. The game is gone. We're not going to get back into it, but it would be nice if we got a goal just to give us a little bit of an interest into the final 10 minutes. But it looks like this is going the other way as Grealish charge forward. I think we're going to get sacked. This is Alcaraz with the 3rd goal. We just let Grealish run through us. And our defence is not coping at all. What have we got as our instructions? Out of possession. Line of engagement. I think we're going to have to go low block. I don't want to play anymore, ref. Come on, blow the whistle. But not impressed at all. Where's that water bottle? I'm far from pleased with that. We've got to sort this out now. I don't want to even talk to you, so clear off. Portal. Continue. So this is going well. Another 2 defeats in the bag. And squad training. You think you're having all this rest time, you can think again. So how do we set the training? Rest. Can we not do the team cohesion anymore? Right, so I think we need to adjust that tactic that we had there to out of possession, team instructions. Why is that in possession when I clicked out of possession? Line of engagement. Low block. And so we'll try that. So what's the defensive line? A lower defensive line. I think that's what we'll do with that. Yeah, that's what we'll do with that. Lower the defensive line. Try and let them play in front of us, and hopefully we can keep them out. There's got to be a way around this form that we're in. In this new game, I've got no idea how to do it. Dynamics. How do we build up? How do we build up morale? So, no, I want portal calendar. Let's get to the next match. We're not far away from it, are we? Oh, we are actually. We're a whole 11 days off our next match. So, if you're listening in or watching this after the event, feel free to leave a comment. Let us know what saves you're doing. I'm interested to know what's going on in the world of Football Manager 26. I didn't think Crystal Palace would be too hard, to be honest. I thought they had a reasonable side that we would just be able to pull up a little tactic and off we go, sort of thing. But the tactic's not working, and I'm a little bit at a loss as to what to do. We've got players who can't score for Toffee and defenders who can't defend for Toffee. And it doesn't bode well for the game, really. I haven't put as much effort, I have to say, into the actual formulation of the team. It's only a beta save, so I'm not intending it to be a long-term save. Probably just one season, if I'm honest. So Lamidi has turned 17 today and can be offered. Again, he's another one who doesn't look overly good. Not particularly fast. Not bad pace, but I don't think he's going to make the grade here. So we'll not enter into negotiations with him either. We're going to be very selective with our youth. But the youth that we bring, we will sort of do our best to. So we've got to trigger press more often. Why is that? Literally everything that I've done is not there. Or is it? Or is that not saying what I've got? That's saying where I am. So I don't know. I don't know what that's telling me. So out of possession, we're on low block. That's what we want to be. So no, we want a quick pick. We want to see what team it has actually picked. Mateta and Ketia, Pino and Sarr. Who've we got on the bench? Sosa, I want to give Sosa a game. Mitchell's done okay, but Sosa is getting picked ahead of him. So here we are for our home game against Bournemouth in the Premier League, with Henderson in goal, Manaz, Lacroix, Gahey and Sosa making up the back four, with Sarr and Uchi, Wharton and Pino across the middle, and Nketiah and Jean-Philippe Mateta up front. We come against the Bournemouth side that boasts Evan Nielsen up front, Semenya on the team, a lot of potential there and a good defence. This is going to be an awkward game for us, but a game that we cannot afford to lose. We have to win our home games, no excuses. I'm not going to speak to the press because they seem to make me lose every time. And we're currently sitting in 16th place in the league. And off we go for another home game. Can we produce something in this game that gives us the opportunity to climb this Premier League and into the top half where we want to be? So we're trying a lower block and a low line of defence, so that we can expect for Bournemouth to get plenty of opportunities in this game, but hopefully we can soak the pressure up and catch them on the counter-attack. Not very much of a home type of tactic, but we need a result by hook or by crook. Uchi plays the ball out to Sarr. Manaz plays Sarr down the line. Sarr whips it across. Mateta is waiting, and Mateta with the header. That is something that we have been needing for a long time, is for one of the strikers to hit the back of the net. And Mateta has done it, and that is 1-0 to Crystal Palace, and I'm feeling glad all over. Great header, good power. That is what you're paid to do, Mateta. Well done, young man. So a great start to the game. Will we be singing for the whole of the game, or is it just a temporary moment of joy in what has been a pretty rough season so far? So Bournemouth look like they have a highlight. Swung into the far post, but it's headed out. Wharton will chase it out. He's got somebody running alongside him. I can't see who it is yet. It's Nketiah. Nketiah with Sarr overlapping. Onto the wing now. Can he swing the ball in like he did before? He's come short now and he's managed to pull it back. Who the heck is Adam Smith? Is that an own goal? I don't have an Adam Smith in my team, so it must be. Not always very clear on these, what do they call them? Oh yeah, it is an own goal. He sort of appeared through the man. It is an own goal from Adam Smith. We don't care how they go in. It's 2-0. And I'm feeling even gladder all over. Another highlight, which could be going Bournemouth's way, but we've won the ball back. And Nketiah, well done. Wharton to Mateta. Mateta takes it out wide to Sarr, who's been sensational today. Manaz. Wharton finds Sarr again. Sarr again running at the defence, causing all sorts of trouble. This time goes alone. Maybe he should stick to being provider. He's technically got 2 assists, but he's only been credited with 1 because of the own goal. I mean, that was absolutely sensational. I'm very happy with the way things are going. Keep it up. You know, we're actually in a party mood. The fans have got their arms in the air. They're singing away. And I've just realised I still can't hear the match effects. So presumably my earpiece didn't connect. I don't know what's going on with my earpiece now. I think I know what the problem is, but I'll have to mess with my settings to solve it. But I just want to see out this highlight, which Adams, they've already hit the post in this highlight. Cook, Cliver, and it ends there. So let's just pause it a minute, and I will be faffing around with my computer just for 2 seconds. So I need to disconnect
Bluetooth disconnected.
I'll be able to hear. There we go. I can hear. That's what the problem was. I had a couple of things that were Bluetoothed onto my computer, and one of them was interfering with the other, so that we couldn't hear. But now that's all sorted. Let's get back on with the game. "77 minutes in. I think we should make some changes because I imagine we've got some time. But although they do look pretty good, actually. Sarr has been sensational today. And I'm going to bring Dennis on in his place, give him a few more minutes. Kamada, you can come on for Uchi. Insignia, you can come on for Pino. And they are the 3 changes that I'm going to make. Semenyo gets a yellow card. It's not gone their way today, Bournemouth. I think they were bottom of the league, and so we might be beating bottom of the league. So that's just taking a bit of the gloss off it. So there's been a penalty given. Not sure what for. It says there was a push. Didn't really see it myself. Looking at the way that guy's dancing on his feet, I don't think he's very happy with it. Will it let you press on these players yet? So I've no idea who's taking the penalty. I haven't set them up. It's Kamada. Kamada with the penalty. Beautiful, beautiful. 3-0. And we're eating into that goal difference that we've got. The negative goal difference. We've wiped out the Everton debacle. And we're happily sitting with a comfortable 3-0 lead against Bournemouth. More highlights all coming our way. Bournemouth have been absolutely trounced again today. I think they're going to have a long, hard season unless they improve. Which would be good because obviously then we could sign Semenyo. And Clive here, he's a good little player, as he's proven out. Oh, Dennis has hacked him down. Be amazed if that's not a yellow card. It isn't a yellow card. Unbelievable. So, Semenyo, dangerous player, has skinned 2 players, pulled it back, and they've hit the crossbar. Dennis will bring it out. And I thought he ran it completely out of play then, but turns out he hasn't, and we're able to just play the ball around and waste a bit of time. We're heading into the final minute of the game. No more highlights. Very happy. Sensational performance. 3 goals, 18 shots. Wish they could have done a bit better in Europe. So I'm very happy with the way that they played. We cannot complain at that at all. Apparently I've made a super sub. My player scoring after coming on. That was Kamada. He did score a penalty. So it wasn't as glamorous as it made it sound. Did you honestly believe that you could take advantage of their poor form? My focus was primarily on us. That result sees Palace shoot right up the table. You've got to be happy with that. Everybody wants to be as high as possible in the table. You must be delighted with the subsequent victory. I thought we were great. So yeah, I'm very happy. So it's nice to have a game where we're not actually stressing about the form that we're in at the moment. So if we look at the Premier League, we're currently in 13th place. We're not quite top half yet. Another win would surely see us up there or thereabouts, but our next game is against Arsenal in the Premier League, so can't see that happening. anytime soon. Arsenal are top of the league, are they? No, they were top of the four. We couldn't see the top three, so they're currently sitting fourth on 17 points. In fairness, if we got the win, we'd only be 4 points behind them, and after the torrid start that we've had, that would be impressive in itself. But a win would be a dream result at the moment. Our next game is going to be in the Champions League, so let's get ourselves over to there. Next match. Confirm holiday. So Riyadh has resumed full training. I've not kept him in the squad because of the obviously the numbers that we can have. So he's going to be a bit disappointed for the next few months. Maybe we can loan him out and get him some fitness that way. So away to Genk in the not Champions League, Conference League. Gone out of my head. My head is everywhere today. Just scanning through these to make sure there's nothing important that we've missed. There is one thing that I've seen is that Camvot is doing very well in the under 18s. So I might have a quick look at him and see how whether he's worth promoting. I think it was the under 18s he's in. We put the potential up there. That'll give us a head start on who we're looking for. Under 21s. So he's looking good, and he's a centre back. So I think we'll promote him to the first team. Move to senior squad. He probably won't be able to play today, but we'll give him a look in the next few games anyway. Lacroix is doing okay, and he is quite settled, but I may start bringing Sealer in for a little bit more action because he's my signing, and Lacroix scored an own goal, which has got me blooming devastated at the moment. I got to get Origi on the bench. Hopefully, he can get some minutes in this next game. So we can have more substitutes, apparently. So, can Riyadh play in this? No, he's unregistered. And Canvat's unregistered as well, apparently. Why do you have to register 19-year-olds? Come on. What is that all about? So, pick without restriction, unpicked positions only. So there we go. We've got a team picked. Off we go. And on for another European adventure. Crystal Palace must be loving the European adventure. Ignore the critics. Go out and enjoy yourselves. We're not talking before the match. Come and speak to me after the match when I know what mood I'm going to be in. So off we go. In the European Conference League, Crystal Palace absolutely dominated their last Conference League match and had 37 shots and managed to lose 2-0. So hopefully we'll be looking at something better than that as Genk have a corner early doors. It's a good corner, swung to the back post, but the header was wide. Another corner kick. Sees Medina taking it. Mateta wins the header out, but it could be coming straight back in. Yes, it is. Not a bad effort, but just wide. Still 0-0, but Genk are getting a fair few chances. But obviously this is a counter-attacking tactic, so you can expect them to get chances. As long as we can soak up the pressure and not concede, then it's not too much of a problem. The question is, can we bring ourselves into the game at all? The highlights seem to have dried up a little bit. We've got all the way to half time with no highlights after those initial 3 that we had. But Crystal Palace have definitely come back into it because they've had more shots now than Genk, which, considering they were the first 5 shots, seemed to go all the way of Genk. If we can get a goal, that'll make us favourites to win, I'm going to suggest. A little bit of encouragement for them. Sosa finds Mateta. That's just a pointless highlight at the start of the second half. We do have another highlight though, and it starts with us in possession. Sosa finds Wharton. Uchi brings it forward, plays it out to Sarr. Not yet had the impact he had in his previous match. Nketiah running at the defence sort of went the same way and left him with a space to run into, and he tried to take the shot too soon for me. I'm just looking 52 minutes in where we're up to with the guys. Sarr is looking like he could get tired quite quickly. So I'm going to bring on Dennis, I think. Or do I bring Kamada on? Let's bring Kamada on. Dennis got the chance last time. And we'll bring Insigne on soon. But before that, I might consider bringing on Origi for Nketiah as well. Just to give him a little bit of a run out. Nketiah has been pretty quiet in this game. Hopefully the 2 signings that I've made will have some form of impact. Preferably a positive one. We have a highlight. It starts with a free kick or a throw-in for Kamada. Munoz swings it in. Mateta running, and that was nearly another goal for Mateta. A good cross from Munoz. But now the counter-attack is definitely on, and Genk are charging forward. Nobody is getting near the guy. And the highlight ended there. So we'll never know what happened. So we need to go on to the dynamic highlights now, because it's getting to that nerve-wracking stage of the match. We're going to make some more tactical changes. Riyad can play. So let's give him a run out. And anybody looking particularly tired? Wharton. For Hughes. That's 4 subs. With 15 minutes left. So I think I might chance the 5th sub as well. So Pino can come off and Signe can come on. Definitely more of a look of my own team in this now, with 3 of the older guys that are signed all playing. Here's Mateta. Looking for Insigne. Can he swing in across? He charges into the box. He pulls it across. Had it found the mark, it would have been an easy tap-in, but it didn't, so never mind. Kamada takes a shot. It's a corner. I think it deflected off Medina. Now Medina bringing the ball down the left. He's gone over. No foul given, though. Origi. I thought he was going to get tackled then. Uchi. Finds Mateta. Insignia. Got Mateta and Origi in the box to find. He's turned inside himself and gone for a goal himself. But it's just wide of the mark. We cannot score in Europe. It just will not happen for us. But I look at the instructions. In possession. More direct counter-attack, much wider. Keep the ball. I just need to see what's happening here because we're in danger. It's a corner to Genk. I'm going to pause it. What I'm trying to do, if I can find it, is shots from distance discourage. I want us to get that one opportunity and stick it in. That's my goal with that. Rather than be trying to get these shots from the edge of the area, which don't seem to be working at the moment. We just want that one golden opportunity for Mateta or Origi to slot the ball home. But it's got to happen at the other end. Wow, that was close. I think his name was Ito. Something like that. So Medina, Genk are beginning to get control of this game again. They've been missing for a long spell of it, but all of a sudden at the end, the chances seem to be coming their way. It is Ito. So Gahey picks up the ball, plays a long ball forward. Will Mateta chase it? No, he won't. It's gone out for a throw. The highlights roll on. In what is a tight finish, the score is still 0-0 with 4 minutes of time to go. Ito brings it forward for Genk. Good tackle from Insigne. Throw in now, which Nels will take. Terran puts his foot on the ball. Slow, patient build up here from Genk, which will frustrate Crystal Palace, who again might feel like they could have won this game after a bit of a ropey start. They've been the better team, and it doesn't look like they're going to get any fruits in Europe again. Although an away point wouldn't be the end of the world. That's a fantastic finish from Yokoyama. It is offside. It looked a mile offside, so we're going to assume that it was offside. VAR will, of course, check. It has been disallowed. But that could have been a little bit of a nightmare for us. I mean, he was a mile offside. Yokoyama. Gotta be Japanese. So less than 2 minutes of the 90 left. Henderson with a goal kick. Free kick, even. Plays it out wide to Manos. Manos brings it forward. Kamada. Played it around well together, but Kamada's tried a long ball forward to Origi, but Origi wasn't ready to receive it and just watched the game go by. Yokoyama charging forward. The shot takes a deflection. I think it was Gahey who made the block. And it's a bit of a nerve-wracking finish, to be honest. As Munoz brings the ball forward. Last chance saloon. If they put the ball in, I don't think they're going to. I think we're going to be able to play. They did put the ball in, but it was nowhere near any of the players. And surely that is the end of this game. As we click on to the 93rd minute, as the ball is hoofed up. There's the final whistle. And an away point I'll take after what happened in the last game. But it still leaves us a long way short of getting through in the Conference League. So I think we can be happy with the performance today. It started off a little bit dicey, but then we didn't quite get the rewards for what we were trying to do. Oh dear. One win so far, and with Arsenal to go. it's not been the save that I was hoping for with Crystal Palace. It's been really frustrating. Crystal Palace, of course, not used to playing these games where you have a European game in the week and then a Premier League game on the weekend. So this match against Arsenal is not likely to go well for us. You do find that teams, when they do play in Europe for the first couple of times, tend to struggle with the keeping the progress in the Premier League. Are we about to have a crash or something? Because there seems to be nothing there. No, so we'll do a quick bit. Mateta's having a bit of a struggling time at the moment. Are any of our strikers any good as a target striker? So he's 6'2" is Origi. His heading's okay, not great, but I think I might drop Mateta. Just because he's not been doing it at the moment. And he needs to improve greatly. Just looking at who we replace on the bench with Mateta. I think I've got to go with Dennis. That didn't work for some reason. There we go. And that's going to be the main change that I make. Do I want to make another one? So, Sila's still not quite fully fit from his injury. I want Kamada on as well, so Uchi can come off. Kamada on. So, JD Convo has got himself onto the bench as well. So we give him a number. Submit. Yes. Again, this is a difficult game. We were away to Arsenal in the Premier League, and we could expect a pretty rough ride. Hopefully, we can hang on in there, stay in the game, and perhaps nick something at the end. We're giving Origi a start, and the team is Henderson, Manaz, Lacroix, Gahey, Mitchell, Sarr, Kamada, Wharton, Pino, Nketiah, and Origi. Mateta dropped to the bench. Uchi dropped to the bench. Hopefully, we can get something out of these guys and maybe spring a surprise against what is a very good Arsenal side. So I'll let them play without pressure. What are you talking about, fellow strugglers? We're not struggling. We're in the mid-table. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm not talking to you. Clear off. Mithering me before a game. Trying to make me feel bad for my team's position. So off we go. Arsenal obviously in red. Ourselves in yellow. Or a mustardy colour. Whatever it is. Oh, look at that. 30 seconds in and they've got a penalty already. Come on, referee, sort yourself out. We're all stood around, presumably waiting for VAR. That's usually why you stand around. What's going on? Is he? Yeah, they have got the penalty. So the referee making sure that Arsenal get a head start as well as being better than us. But good. Gyökeres has missed. Dean Henderson makes a penalty save. It's going to be such a sad day when we lose Henderson. He's a great keeper. There's Martinelli. Plays the ball back. You can see the fact that we've got the low block. We're waiting for Arsenal to come towards us. This was the teams in mind when we were thinking of this counter-attacking formation. But it doesn't look like it's working. They're just cutting through us like nobody's business. So we've got the ball forward, but we've lost it. It is now back with our defence. Mitchell, Lacroix, plays the long ball for Sarr, who great control, has skinned his man, pulls it back to Kamada. I'm not sure why he went back to him. The shot is made, but it wasn't. It was straight at the keeper. Didn't really cause him any bother. Going to drop back to defensive just because they've been getting through. And Nketiah, what are you doing? Has he injured himself or what? He started running, stopped, started running again, and then stopped again. Saka brings the ball forward. Odegaard looking dangerous. Plays the ball across, and none of the Crystal Palace defenders move for the ball. Henderson makes the save. That was a scary moment. Oh, I just realised we've got dynamics on. We don't want that. That's giving us more heart attacks than we need. But there's still more highlights for Arsenal. They're passing it around nicely. We are sort of waiting for the inevitable. That's what it feels like. Saka. Great effort. And the follow-up has been picked up by Gabriel Martinelli. Can't blame Henderson for that. He had been totally committed to the long-distance shot from Zubimendi. And it was just headed in by Martinelli. So, disastrous for us. We need to stay in the game, but we also need to start creating more opportunities now. So, Declan Rice with a corner. Headed out by Guehi. Guehi is the only one who's willing to close him down. And I thought that was going to be another long-range effort going in. Henderson with the goal kick. Plays it short to Guehi. Who plays a nice ball out to Munoz. Controls it well. Brings it forward. And finds Nketiah, who plays a very quick ball to Pino. Pino on the far side. Has cut inside. He's ruled it in. Couldn't quite find the ball. And once again, we've missed an opportunity to get a tap-in. Wharton finds Mitchell. All of a sudden, we're looking a bit more urgent as Pino gets the ball again. Swings in the cross. Sarr is at the far post, but the keeper comes and claims. That was good goalkeeping, taking command of his area. It remains Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace 0. Well, Mitchell, the highlight rolls on. Kamada, we're beginning to have a bit of an input in the game at least. Munoz brings the ball forward, gives it to Sarr, who skins his man yet again, got him on toast, puts in the cross. Origi at the far post. Could have done with Mateta there, if I'm honest, but that's a decision I had made. Be nice for Origi to get a goal. Arsenal are bringing the ball forward. This highlight is going on and on and on. It does worry me that means that there could be a goal at the end of it. And with Arsenal in control of the ball, that is a concern. Odegaard, now in a really dangerous position. And Odegaard has slotted it home. after Saka played it to him. And that is 2-0, game over. So now we're just waiting for the end of the torture that is our final Premier League game of the season. It looks like it's going exactly the same way as the Liverpool one, where we're not in the game at all. So, Gate, Kamada dispossessed by Declan Rice. Must be so nice to have these good players on your team. So, Gyökeres. Martinelli through. And Martinelli makes it 3. Hopefully he was offside, because this is getting embarrassing. Oh, he was onside. Oh, for goodness sake. Absolute joke. Very attacking. I'm going very attacking whatever happens now for the rest of the game. We're either going to lose 10-0 or we'll get ourselves back into the game. So Martinelli has another good chance. And I mean, we might as well be on extended highlights, the amount of highlights they're getting. So a free kick effort from Kamada, I think it was. Didn't really get much time to see that highlight, but it is going to continue from the goal kick. Hopefully we can press them and get the ball back, but I don't think that's really in our tactic, to be honest. So we've had 10 shots in the game, so at least we've had some form of impact. That was terrible, though, is what I'm going to tell them. 3 goals down. We're not making any changes yet, but they may not be too far away. I want Origi to get a goal. Perhaps I should have just been on very attacking from the start of the game, because we might have stood a chance. It's a great ball in there. Not sure who got it at the back post. But now's the time for some changes. Who are we going to have? Insigne on for Pino. The non-impact sub. I haven't seen him make a single impact yet. Hughes is coming on. Canvot's coming on for LaCroix. And we'll keep one in the bag in case we get an injury. Here come Arsenal again. Still on very attacking. So, Eze has scored just to rub salt into the wounds. Can you believe it? I was a little bit distracted with my dog, so I sort of missed the goal. Don't know what happened, but this has been another embarrassing performance. Insigne almost makes a tackle. Literally haven't seen him do anything. He's supposed to be a really skillful player, and he has done nothing. Oh, it's 5. Oh, the Crystal Palace fans must have been wishing they stayed at home today, as once again we've been absolutely mauled in the Premier League. Great finish from Trossard. I honestly don't know what the tactic is missing. They just don't seem to be able to score when they get control of the game. They don't seem to be able to not concede when the other team's got control of the game. So I just don't know what to do with that, really. They all look switched off. I tried to encourage them a little bit. And we're not talking to you. So clear off. Not in the mood. So we're down to 15th with 9 points. We are well clear of the relegation for the moment, as my dog goes barking mad again. And what we'll do is we'll save the game as quickly as possible because we don't want to lose any of our progress, if you can call it progress. So I've got loads of messages. The young lad, Canvat, makes his debut. I think he looks all right, actually, for a young lad. He's only 19 years old, so he could be one definitely for the future that we'll be looking to integrate into the side now to fulfill our role of producing players from the youth system. So he's really a target player for us. So what I'll do is I'll get us to just before the next game so that we can see exactly where we lie for November. I'd like to say I was enjoying this save, but at the moment, I'm not endeared to the team. The tactics are not working. Frustration levels with it are quite high. And when you're trying to settle yourself into a new game, that's not a good sign. I'm enjoying the actual gameplay and stuff like that. Many of you will see that I'm not one for constantly pressing spacebar to move on and stuff like that. It bugs me a little bit going through the different the different emails that you get, and that most of them are just a waste of time. So I'm enjoying the fact that you can just click mark them all as red and not worry too much about them. But here we are at the next game day. If we look at our no, we don't want to look at the squad. We want to look at the match day, league table, and where we stand. Effectively, we've played 9 games, but some teams have played 10 games. We are now only 1 point off the relegation zone, but with that game in hand over most. So that's not the end of it. Look at that. Man City are just 3 points ahead of us. We could overtake Man City. That would be something, wouldn't it? So yeah. So Crystal Palace sitting in 15th place. They've got a game to play. If we were to win that game, we wouldn't even climb many places. We'd go level with Man City. So we need to win a couple of games, and that is a possibility. If we look at the games that we've got coming up, if it doesn't move, it's not moving. That's fantastic. Hopefully that was just a glitch that we had in the previous month. Let's look first at October, which has not been a very successful month for us. It started off with a Conference League defeat with Fiorentina 2-0. We lost in the Premier League to Everton 3-0. That was a really shocking performance. Very, very annoyed at that. The actual Fiorentina one, we were fantastic for the whole of the game. Absolutely dominated it and got FM'd big time. But this one was no FMing at all. This was Everton absolutely outclassing Crystal Palace. Then we did the same to Bournemouth, to be fair. Completely outclassed them. Got ourselves a 3-0 victory. And that is why Bournemouth are sitting near the bottom of the league. Then we came to Genk, a game which could have gone either way. I'm not too disappointed with the 0-0 draw there, but we do really want to get up and running in Europe with a win, and it didn't come, unfortunately, there. And then Arsenal, we were just diabolical. 5-0, shocking result, and has left me very disillusioned with life at Crystal Palace. So if we look at the games coming up, there's 4 games in November in the Premier League, which are Brentford, Brighton, Wolves, and Manchester United. So once again, we end the month with a really difficult game. Just seems to be the way of things. December's looking a very busy month. We do have 2 UEFA Conference League games. Both of them are away. So we're going to be doing a road trip around Europe as well. Wolfsburg and Austria Vienna are the teams that we will be taking on there. So I'm going to leave that there. We've done our October, and it's been a bit of a scare fest, but I can't call it that because we've already utilised that name. So October has been the hunt for Red October, I think we'll have to call it, because we've got a lot of red in October there. So we have November to come. I would like to say that I've got a lot of confidence that we will improve, but the tactic doesn't seem to be pulling up any trees at the moment. And so we might have to have a tactical rethink when we come to November. I'm going to have a little look around to see what seems to be working for other people as well, because everybody's learning this new game, and let's see what we can come up with, any sort of like tweaks we can make. But the 4-2-4 is definitely not working the way that I would like it at the moment. We need to string together 2 or 3 results rather than just picking up the odd one result every month. That is not going to get us safe in the Premier League. I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been quite torturous for me. Crystal Palace are beginning to grate on me a little bit because they're not performing in the way that I would like them to. And with the lack of transfer funds to be able to impact that, it is proving quite a challenge. And we may have to be delving into the Wonder Kid market or selling quite substantial amount of our team in January. And that can be a real risk in itself. So we're going to have to really think long and hard about over the next couple of months what we're going to do, because things are getting desperate. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to leave it there. I'm Stevie C. I'll see you again soon. Bye.